In 1 week, on Friday the 13th, Wizards of the Coast will release Dominaria Remastered, which, unlike its predecessor, Time Spiral Remastered, is not a curated reprinting of cards from a vintage Magic the Gathering block, but rather is a collection of cards from the outrageously wide swath of 27 different Magic the Gathering sets, distilled into a single draft experience. In addition to this incredibly curated draft experience, Dominaria Remastered is filled with new artworks on classic cards and a variety of frame treatments. In each and every booster pack will be one retro frame card of any rarity, as well as one retro frame land. This, of course, means booster packs will have the chance at multiple rares and mythics, and due to old cards being reprinted in the modern frame, and modern cards being reprinted in the retro frame, not to mention the very high number available in the Super Art or True Borderless frame, there are simply a diversity of stylistic choices for just about any Magic the Gathering player. While the cards in this curated draft experience have been selected due to their origins being sets on the plane of Dominaria, a very obvious and strong attention was given to many, many high-demand cards for constructed formats such as Modern, Legacy, and of course, Commander. So it's a single draft booster pack that has within it a essentially brand new draft experience using classic cards from 27 different sets, but still also within that one booster pack are myriad needed reprints on all levels for most formats, not to mention the nostalgic collector pieces, and all of this just within one singular product, one singular draft pack. And thus, I need to speak on the truth of Dominaria Remastered. Now, you may not agree with me about what I am about to say, but either way, I ask that you give me a fair chance. Listen to my argument about what's really going on with this set and consider my evidence, and then maybe you will see what Wizards of the Coast has done here. The simple truth of the matter is that Dominaria Remastered is not so much a remastered set as it is a secret Masters set. A secret Masters set that is packed full of better reprints and more high-end reprints than many prior Masters sets, and yet it is still an amazing gameplay experience, and best of all, is being sold for less than Masters sets were sold for even before they raised the price on them. Truly, Dominaria Remastered is a love letter not only to Magic the Gathering, but also to the player base, providing something for everyone, and I am going to prove to you this is so today. Oh, you thought this was a negative video, didn't you? Ha! Ha, I say. The truth is, I love this set and everything about it, and now you will have to sit there and listen to me gush about it for damn near 20 minutes. Let my exuberance explode and wash over you like an ever-flowing rainbow of joy. Wet yourself in my love for Dominaria Remastered. The professor's positivity? You're soaking in it. Before we begin, please note, this video is not my Is It Worth It to Buy Dominaria Remastered, which will come out when it always does, upon the set's release next week. When I say here that Dominaria Remastered is a set I love, a set that is less a remastered set than it is a secret Masters set, I am speaking of card selection and card curation, draft experience, and reprint viability, not the cost of packs versus the value of cards within those packs. But I will talk here about the reprints chosen and why this is such an amazing selection of cards, both for those looking for a draft experience and those just wanting to pick up great reprints for a wide variety of formats. When I first saw this was Dominaria Remastered and not, say, Tempest Remastered or Zendikar Remastered or Innistrad Remastered, I was very disappointed because I had loved Time Spiral Remastered so much and had wanted it to set a new trend of taking established vintage blocks and remastering them through card curation to create a pseudo-draft experience of that old classic block. But when I saw the list of cards for Dominaria Remastered, I was absolutely floored. What we have here is less of a set block cube, as Time Spiral Remastered was, and more of a, well, I don't really want to say a planner cube, but to go over and draw from 27 sets. 27 sets from throughout Magic's history, with everything from a few cards taken from here and there, or many cards taken and curated. It's actually almost like what we're getting is a brand new set, only it's also 100% reprints, and it looks amazing. You know, Master Sets and I never really got along, even though my love of reprints should have made them one of the favorite products of mine. But it wasn't until Ultimate Masters that I thought that the curation and selection of reprints really lived up to the Master's name. And unfortunately, Ultimate Masters is not only when they got the card selection correct, but it's also when they started jacking up the price, and then continued jacking up the price. And in all those prior Master sets, for the most part, I didn't like the top-heavy nature of the reprints. It was usually only a handful of needed modern reprints at Mythic, a few dubious rares, and a lot of draft chaff. At $9.99 per pack, or $240 for a box of 24 packs, it felt like you were mostly cracking packs purely for the gamble. Maybe I'll get that one Mythic, and it's Mythic or bust, as the extremely costly draft experience didn't really encourage people to go out and draft those Master sets, at least not more than once. It was so expensive, often $50 and up, to draft a Master set. Now, the first Master set was like drafting a cube, but after that, it was hit or miss, and many times that $50 and up draft experience wouldn't give you much more than what a standard draft would give you in terms of gameplay depth and complexity. But with Dominaria Remastered, we can already see that it possesses that depth and complexity and some really cool draft archetypes, including awesome stuff like Storm. You can draft a Storm deck, The Rock, crazy corner cases like Threshold, or beloved classics like Cycling. And this is just a preliminary look. Drawing on such a wide swath means that this is a set that is going to go deep and going to go classic. And also, unlike Master sets, where 9 times out of 10 you're walking away with a card like Cloud Goat Ranger or Comet Storm, cards that are never going to see play in your deck or any deck, Dominaria Remastered looks like it's a who's who of, yes, I want to run that in my deck cards. I mean, just look at this lineup. Urza, High Artificer, Force of Will, Vampiric Tutor, Mystical Tutor, Enlightened Tutor, all the tutors. We have reprints going all the way back to Sylvan Library, as well as, thankfully, reprints from Modern Horizons sets like Yawgmoth Thran Physician. I see cards like Sneak Attack and Dark Depths for Legacy, but also cards like Mystic Remora and Gauntlet of Power for Commander. Hey, Birds of Freaking Paradise for, well, every single format that's legal in. No Comet Storms at Mythic here. There's literally Elvish Spirit Guide and Chain Lightning. It's such a potent curation of playables. And even the lower end reprints are at least reprints that see play in decks. That way, if you're not using it in your specific deck, it's something someone else probably wants, something you can trade for. The cards have use because they see play, and so all of this merges perfectly into both a new and deep draft experience with needed reprints from top to bottom. And yet, despite all of this, it was neither marketed as nor priced as a Master set. Now, again, I do not know if 1 week from today the price of a booster box is going to be worth the cards within, and sadly, one of the biggest dings against this set is that it's not a print-to-demand set, just like Time Spiral Remastered was not a print-to-demand set. They're both limited print runs, but even as of today, this is selling for a lot less than the old Masters sets did. The average online price I'm seeing is about $174 per booster box of 24 packs. Now that equals $7.03 a pack. Old Master sets used to sell for $240 a box of 24 packs, or roughly $9.99 per pack. So this is actually priced almost identical to that original Modern Masters with its astonishing low intended price of $6.99 per pack. And I think that's very fair. And what? It doesn't have 24 packs per box? It has 36 packs per box? So that means at $174 per box, it's going to cost about $4.83 per pack, and packs have more Masters reprints than most of the old Masters sets. I mean, there's force of will in here. So yeah, I will absolutely applaud this for being 36 packs instead of 24. It's a normal draft box of booster packs in an era where so much of Magic the Gathering has turned into us getting less for more. This is just going back to the classics, to the basics. It's a booster box of booster packs, and they're not marked up that much. Again, I want to be clear, that doesn't mean it's guaranteed to be worth it. Who knows? Wait for the Is It Worth It to Buy video next week. But just in a philosophical sense, I've always maintained that standard packs at about $4 and Masters set or other premium packs at around $6.99 seemed pretty fair. You know, I think keep sets like Conspiracy and Battle Bond at $4 to $5, and anything jam-packed with value should be maybe not double that of a regular booster pack, but about $6.99 seemed reasonable in terms of reprints. But this is extraordinary. This keeps Dominaria Remastered not only affordable for the average existing Magic player, but it keeps drafts affordable. And that's a really important thing, because another major negative of Master sets is that those often average draft experiences were priced so outrageously high that no one played more than one of them if they even played that one. I actually think a big reason that draft went on the decline is that people who wanted to draft every set got absolutely wiped out financially trying to draft Master sets as they kept raising the price. And all of this and so much more combines to just mean that Dominaria Remastered has something for everyone, which is my next point. It's a product for everyone. You know, over the last nearly 10 years of Tolarian Community College, I've talked a lot about what makes a Magic the Gathering product a product for everyone. I certainly have argued with some of the good people at Wizards of the Coast about it. In fact, it was my Modern Masters 2015 review video, the Masters set where they first increased the price, that first got the attention of Wizards of the Coast and had them reach out and talk with me for the first time. And look, I am no finance guy, nor entrenched game designer. I don't understand how markets work, and you know what? I don't care. I'm coming at this as a consumer and a player. I just want to play this game. No, I don't want my cards to be worthless, but I don't want my staples for Modern to be $69 each. That is far from nice. I just want to be able to play the game. I just want people in the community to be able to play the game. I don't want a video that was painstaking work to applaud and celebrate Modern and teach people how to start playing on a budget to be met with a deluge of comments that people still cannot even afford budget Modern decks. I don't want draft to be so expensive that you can only do it once or not at all. I don't want people opening a $13 Masters pack only to get two 13-cent rares. I just want to play Magic the Gathering, and I want you to play Magic the Gathering too. I want products that enable and encourage this. That is what I mean when I say I want products for everyone. And yeah, that means I want products that aren't just for Commander players, aren't just for Modern players, aren't just for Pioneer players, aren't just for drafting. A Magic the Gathering product for everyone doesn't need a provisor about who can use and enjoy it, or more importantly, who can find excitement in it. It isn't a set just with cards for Modern players, or a set just with cards for Commander players, and yet it's a set where Modern players and Commander players and all players are going to find cards they want. It isn't a set where a new player to the game can't find reasons to play, because a new player to the game could join in on a draft of this set, meet and make friends, and then walk away with cards that can lead them to building their first deck in a number of formats, however they play the game. And it isn't a set where the established players are going to be told, this isn't for you, it's just for the new players, because this is a set that is intended to be enjoyed and experienced by everyone, however they play the game, however long long they have been playing the game. It's just a Magic the Gathering set in its oldest, most classic form. There's no gimmick here, no collectible first and game second. It's just Magic the Gathering, great Magic the Gathering cards you can play with however it is you play, and at what seems to be, for now anyway, a pretty reasonable price. There's even the correct number of packs in a box. More than anything, Dominaria Remastered reminds me of days gone by. And I look forward greatly, like you wouldn't believe, to the events at my local game store for Dominaria Remastered, the launch parties, the drafts. I look forward to people gushing, as I have just gushed, about the cool new art, or old borders, or just awesome pulls they got in that draft. I enjoy Magic as a game, yes, but I love Magic as a community even more, and I really think this set has enough universality to bring all that back, if only just for a few weekends. And I hope you will join me there too. I hope it will be worth it financially. I hope boxes do not triple in price within the next week, or singles plummet so far that even at their current cost, packs are not worth it. But you know what? Even if all of that happens, I will still praise this set for what it brought to the table. A Secret Masters set that was made and priced for everyone. But that is, of course, just my opinion, and now I would like very much to hear from you. What do you think of Dominaria Remastered? How do you intend to experience and enjoy this set? Let me know in the comments below, and remember, check with your local game store to see what launch events they are having for Dominaria Remastered, because it is just 1 week away, and whether you intend to sit and draft, buy singles, or perhaps just or perhaps just deck boxes and other accessories, when it is possible and when it is reasonable to do so, try and spend that money where you spend time playing this great game, and that is at your local game store. You're supporting your Magic community.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
I have given $50 to build a deck with, including Commander.
I've brought Safara Sky's Blade.
I'm playing Hidetsugu, the Varying Chaos.
I'm playing Gorex, the Tomb Shell.
My deck costs only $30. What do you folks say? We shuffle up and play. I will tap for mana and play an Assault Suit.
Yeah. Oh. How come you know so much about Command? Oh, right.
Play Knight Incarnate, but I'm gonna do its port Invoke.
Ooh. Knight Incarnate.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
How do you feel about lethality?
How would it be more to feel about lethality?